If you had the time to make a million scales, you might just have a dragon. If you had the time, a lifetime of time, then you just might have yourself a little dragon thing to be on Halloween or something. Let's kick this one off with tinfoil. Mash it up until you get the shape you like for your horns, and then break out the electrical tape or insulation tape. Wrap it around all the way. Make 2 horns of each in 3 different sizes, or as many as you like on your dragon. Ta-da! Then we have a plate with dried up latex, and we pull it off using flour. Otherwise, the latex will stick to itself. Use the super cool face cast you made in one of our previous tutorials to get an idea of how big you want the flappy pieces between the horns on the dragon, whatever they're called. We cut our latex piece in half and once again do a measurement on where we want to attach the horns. Create a little V shape and tape them together. We cut our latex up in 3 pieces. And begin attaching the centerpiece, just using tape. And if you don't have a face cast to do the measurements, just do it straight down on a table. You'll work it out. Ellie chose to attach the side pieces a bit lower down than the one in the middle. The backside doesn't have to be pretty. We came up with this really cool way to create scales using gelatin, glycerol, and water. And of course, food coloring of your choice. Nah, that was Mykies Glam Gore. Anyway, mix 1 part gelatin, 1 part glycerol, and 1.5 part water, and then throw it into the microwave. We didn't film when we added the colors, but you go ahead and add whatever colors you like to your batch. Get your gelatin into a syringe and start creating scales. And when you've created about 65 million of them in various sizes and colors, give them a few minutes to cool down and solidify, and then peel them off. Ellie is using gelatin to glue them onto her face cast. You can create your pieces straight onto the table as well. This will take some time. A lot of scales all over the place. And of course, scales in Swedish is fjäll. Ellie is creating pieces for her cheeks, her forehead, under her chin, and these monsters are to cover her neck. It's really up to you how you create your pieces, but plan ahead and it will go a lot faster to apply. And when it's dried up and set, peel it off carefully. And again using Mykies technique to let the gelatin dry up in a corner, creating ridges for the forehead and the neck. And Jessica Holloway gets this week's shout out. Check her awesome stuff out on Instagram. Really cool things, as you can see. Check it out. Prepare your flappy pieces by painting them purple or the color of your dragon, and then black close to the horns to give it some depth. Mark it out and break out the latex. Ellie's just using the paper to protect her hair. Make sure you get it stuck there properly. Then it's nose time, and we are using masking tape. We add a little paint job. And keep building our nose. Layer of latex. Then we create the nostrils, and they're a bit tricky for you to see here, but Ellie is folding a piece of tape, creating a hollow area on the side of the nose. And you might want to put some cotton in the nose to keep it from collapsing when we add the scales. Continuing with more paint. And then go on with the first piece of scales. Cut it up a bit, do an adjustment on the size, if you should need that. Add some latex and apply it to the forehead. And Ellie is using the piece she just cut off to put on the nose. Purple and dark black. We're gonna cover it with scales anyway, but they're semi-transparent, so better have a base color behind them. I'm gonna put on some forehead ridges there from the gelatin that's set in the corner of the box. So the ridges were a bit too light in color, so we put black nail polish on the bottom of them to give them a darker tone. Go on slapping them to your face with latex. Next up, some detail work with individual scales. Cover up whatever area you want. And if you ever wondered what dragon is in Swedish, it's drake. And do you know what a dragon becomes when you remove the makeup? It becomes a drag off. And it's neck time. We need a little black base color. And then make sure you measure out the neck pieces before you attach them with latex, just to make sure they'll end up where you want them to. And now pay attention. To create the upper lip, we attach one scale at a time on top of another until it hangs down over your own lip. so it's not really attached to your lip, but it looks like that. And you can pretty much use your mouth like you usually do. You can drink and you can eat all you like. And make funny faces too, by the way. You can always do a fixer-upper on the color straight onto the scales. It's gonna look good. Attach the chin scales and add some individual scales down on the chest as well. Then head for the ridges on the neck, and that's pretty much the final step. Touch up the colors a little, and you have created a seriously cool dragon. If you want, throw some scary teeth in your mouth and you're good to go. Or you can choose to look like a hillbilly dragon. And if you like this, we have a lot of other crazy creatures out there, so have a look at them and don't forget to subscribe.